So I wasn't planning on doing a voiceover for this. I actually recorded my reactions and my thoughts in real time. However, my voice was really muffled and the sounds of the box and it moving along the table were so loud. I just couldn't modulate it to where it made sense without like being really jarring every time I moved the box while also still being kind of muffled sounding. Okay, so here it is. I immediately took it out of the sleeve when I got it in the mail. However, spoiler, the box is damaged up in the corner. It's not terrible, but it was enough that it got me off the fence about unboxing. I really wasn't sure if I wanted to. I was probably leaning toward leaving it in box, but then this. So that pushed me over the edge. The box is really pretty. I really do like the artwork. It's really nicely done. The images are embossed. They've got the clear coating on them to make them shiny and stand out from the matte background. The background, the moon, has the same thing. And it says J Heart S, True Love Never Dies, debuting in the fan favorite film Disney Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Pumpkin King Jack Skellington and Dreamer Sally embark on a wild misadventure that captures the spirit of Halloween, Christmas, and true love. This collector doll pack celebrates the moment that Jack and Sally realize they're meant to be together forever. Dressed in a bespoke suit with a frightening skeleton print, Jack is ready for a haunting night with Sally, who is dressed in a creeptastic off-shoulder dress with a petrifying patchwork print. This defrightful collector item captures the nightmarish fun that awaits every night in Halloween Town. And it just says, from the makers of Monster High, Skullector, says it on the front also, has a little Mattel logo, little skullette at the top. And here we have the box. I do really like this box. I think they look so good in it. I love the background. I love this like sketchy black and white art on it. However, this banner up at the top kind of covers Jack's face. You could kind of see him if you had him up on a high shelf, I guess. I do like this window at the top. You can see down into it, and the black and white art carries over onto the sides. It's super cool. And then on the back of the box, it has artwork similar to the sleeve, but with a background it's not embossed, but it does have that clear coat. And you can see my box damage. The box didn't quite get closed properly, and then they put the little like clear tape thing on it. You can tell the clear tape was never connected to the top. It was only on that side little flap. So I'm just cutting carefully off camera because I don't want to scratch the box. And here they are out of the plastic. You can fully see them. And yeah, I do think that they look really cute on this background. I like how they're posed together. They just look really cute. I wish that the box didn't have art going over his head, and I wish that my box wasn't damaged because I might actually put them back in the box after I take them out and I can pose them how I want. So I'm going to go ahead and get them out of here carefully. I do not want to cut anything.
Stopped on the other one. So I also think that there is just like a latency issue with their website and the fact that
Oh, he's so skinny. There's like nothing inside that suit. Okay, let's get his giant stand put together and see how he fits on it best. Because the clip on this does look kind of small. It looks like it would fit Sally. Oh, and it's also a bit loose. It doesn't want to stay any higher than this. So I'm trying to force it around his waist, but there's like a plastic thing under his suit that's not wanting to compress to fit in there. And I don't want to break anything. I don't want to break the stand. So I'm gonna try and, I don't know, am I supposed to attach it to its neck? It's not quite tall enough, honestly, for that. His legs are too skinny to do it on his legs like I do with some of them. Well, this is not happening very well. I think I'm just gonna have to remove that plastic first so that I can get him on there without damaging anything. And just to check, he is too tall for one of my cheap Amazon stands that has a bigger clip, and the clip is a different shape, like it has a different hole for the stand, so I can't switch the clip out. Just FYI. So now it is time to disrobe so that I can take that plastic piece out. Oh God, his butt's sticking out. His pants are in his butt cavity. They are right up in there. But his jacket is unlined. I wish that they would line these items where you can see the inside, like on these coattails. This is also a really cheap feeling material. It's really thin. I feel like they could have lined it without it getting too thick like it does on some dolls. Taking these hands off was really scary. I was super afraid that I was going to break them. And one of them I actually started pulling the elbow out more than anything. I actually can't get that elbow to bend. I'm going to have to see if some hot water will loosen it. The other one is doing just fine. All of his other joints are doing great. All his normal manster articulation is there. This is also really thin. I mean, I understand that it's an undershirt. I kind of wish the vest was separate, even if the white part was attached to his pants so that the vest could be an option and not a requirement. But this, what's on him now is all one piece plus his plastic necklace. So also, let's take a look at his body since we're here already. His pelvis is so weird. It like sticks forward. And yeah, he definitely has less carve outs, less detail than a Skeleta doll, but he is also so tall and thin that I wonder if that's actually a structural thing, like if they're afraid that he would break or not stand. Because you can see even his arms, there's a gap in the lower arm, but not in the lower leg. I mean, they might have done a prototype where it had those cutouts and it just was too fragile. Get him dressed back up in his bespoke suit. I think that's what it said. Or did I make that up? I can't remember anymore. Pop back in the hands, because those are important. His little four-fingered hands. Okay, now we can try for the waist. And it definitely crunches his suit up now, which is why that was in there, but now to get him to fit, it's now squishing it. So I'm going to try to put it under his coat. This is obviously not the best solution. It just kind of flops over. So we will try to tuck it up as much as we can without damaging the jacket. So it kind of pokes up in the back through it, and also his feet kind of hang off the ground. I really wish the stand wasn't quite so tall, because then it would work this way. But now it's only pinching his vest, which I'm fine with. Okay, now that I have her little purse freed also, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and take a closer look at the actual details of the dolls. So here is Sally's face. If it focuses, there we go. So she has really nice stitching details on her face. I really like it. Her eyelashes are kind of cool the way they crisscross and look almost wiry. And I do like her eyes. At first I wasn't a big fan when I saw the first pictures, but they've definitely grown on me. Then she has these little black cat earrings, just little danglers. And her necklace, honestly, I'm not exactly sure what that is. It kind of looks like branches. It's on the artwork too, and I can't really tell what it is. I'm just going to go with branches. And there appears to be some kind of a plastic underneath her sleeves. I'm guessing it's to keep her from staining, because I've definitely gotten some stained dolls from MGA at least. My Ainsley looks almost tattooed, but I think I'm going to leave that on. So I'm not a big fan of this orange stripe fabric, but I do like that they have something that ties them together. Do I wish that they had used a different one of these fabrics, like maybe this polka dotted one? Of course. She's got a little patch, a little skullet. So it definitely, I like the little stitching details between them. They're just printed on, but it's really cute and it makes it feel more like, it's patchwork. And I really like this material they used at the bottom. The spider webs are really cute, but it's also like a nice quality stretchy material. I feel like they could have done something much cooler if they hadn't, for some reason, just seemed to go with the mermaid silhouette again. But her shoes have some branches and some of those swirls that kind of remind me of the hill. And then she has her frog's breath bottle on one and deadly nightshade on the other. But yeah, see, it looks like that hill is being reproduced on her shoes. And her headband is kind of like a bow with branches and pine cones, maybe? Is that what that is? I'm honestly not sure. Somebody tell me if it's something. I'm not sure. And her hair is really nice. It's super vibrant, which is, I think, divisive, but I really like it. I think it looks super great with her skin and with her color scheme. So I'm going to put her there, and we will take a look at Mr. Skellington. His face is really cute, just like a big old ping pong ball, but I mean, it does have a shape. It's not just a sphere. But he's really cute, and I am glad that, he has that iconic head, that iconic face. He does have these little, raised button details on his, I don't know, dickie. It's not like an actual shirt, it's just attached to his vest. But then he's got his stripes, and there's little skulls on it. I mean, there's not too much to go over on his outfit. He's got these little heeled booties with the hill swirl in them. And then it also looks like up at the top. So he has another little swirl. And I do like how these are split on the side instead of the back. It lets them do that cute little detail on the back. But other than those specific things, it looks like they're just a nice pair of men's like dress brogues. And then he's got his little neck piece with the cat in the middle, and it's of course plastic so that it stays in its shape, which is good. I don't love plastic accessories, but they're definitely necessary sometimes. I don't know that Sally's headband was as necessary to be so fully plastic. And I'm just going to check out his little feeties. I hate taking shoes off of dolls with articulated ankles because it scares me, but I want to see these little bone feet. They're super tiny. They're not very detailed, which I'm sure nobody's like leaving him barefoot. And I guess I'll talk about the purse. I don't know, it's a spool of thread with a strap. It is not a reused sculpt, but very similar to other sculpts. It's nice to have an accessory, just like everyone else. I'm sad that it's not zero. I wish it was, but maybe I'll have to find one or make one. Probably wouldn't turn out too great. Anyway, I'm really glad I have these dolls. I was definitely nervous I wouldn't get them, but I was pretty lucky and I'm aware of how lucky I was to actually get them. I do feel bad because, Nightmare Before Christmas isn't one of my absolute favorite movies. I love it, don't get me wrong. I've loved it since I was a kid and it came out. I have enjoyed sharing it with my kids and watching it with them. They have always loved it also. They were excited for these dolls too. I know that if I hadn't gotten them, I wouldn't have been heartbroken, right? I would have been disappointed and I would have been sad. But I know there were people that were just truly heartbroken that they didn't get these dolls. And to see them up on eBay even the day before, but people selling like 30 of them, it's just sad. I understand they're just dolls, but there are people that have been waiting and hoping that they would make a Monster High Nightmare Before Christmas collaboration for years. It's just something that you love, right? It's when it's two things that you love, it's just sad that there's somebody out there, taking that from them to try to make profit. I do wish I had gotten two, just because I saw how many people didn't get one. It would have been nice to have gotten a second one to pass on for retail plus shipping, or if they were local, not shipping to somebody that missed out. I really feel like there's something that Mattel needs to do about this. I don't actually know what it is. I'm no expert. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure how these people are getting all these dolls in the first place. How do you get 30 when there's a limit of 2? And if you're not in it in the first 20 seconds, do they have like armies of bots that are like signing up for these accounts? Because it has to be different individual accounts for every 2. Maybe no PO boxes. That might already be a thing. Honestly, I have no idea. And no 2 accounts can share the same address without review. You could appeal, like if you and your partner each have an account. Again, I don't know what the solution is. I just feel like there needs to be one.